wasn't gonna film anything for this week for vlog. 'Cause I wanted to take a break. Oh snap! I wasn't gonna film, but I'm reading The Executioners 3 by Susan Dennard, and I'm actually having so much fun. I was like, I need to share this with you guys. So I just read chapter. Is this chapter 8? I just read chapter 8, and it's so much fun. I feel like I don't know if I had high hopes, but I had hopes because I really enjoyed The Luminaries by the same author. Again, I don't know if I have a reading vlog for that, but I read The Luminaries. It wasn't like an amazing book, but at a time where my reading slope would ebb and flow. At I think one of the more peak times, it was pretty bad. But I was able to read that in one day, and I didn't want to stop reading it. Like that's how much I was enjoying the writing. And I haven't read The Hunting Moon, but the execute is so much fun. I think this is I have to keep reading obviously, but 8 chapters in and I am getting a good amount of Widow's Bay vibe. Definitely not the coastal vibe, but we kind of get like a small town, very kept to themselves locals. They're not a big fan of out of towners. But like it's very proud of being a local of this town. And it has the same kind of mystery that Widow's Bay has, and they both the mystery or like the curse that's happening are both being started or triggered by the ringing of a bell. So that like it has very similar aspects, and it's not the same humor and it's not as scary as Widow's Bay is from the get-go or as creepy, but it's definitely having that balance of humor and creepiness, some weird eerie thing going on. I have to keep reading to see how much it keeps doing with the horror aspect, but so funny. I love the main character. She is hilarious. Her I'm really enjoying I The thing that I enjoyed about Susan Dennard as well was the writing and the characterization, cuz she just makes them feel so like alive, and the way she reflects that in the way she narrates the story from their point of view is just so much fun to read. It's so easy, it's so much fun. Freddie's inner monologue and the way she's looking at what's happening, so funny. And it's the scene that I just read, um it's like the classic teen kind of teasing and drama. She's like doing a rehearsal of a play for a fundraiser led by her mom, and the script got a little bit changed. It turns out she has to kiss the guy who's volunteering, but he's like her enemy number one. And a lot of the volunteers are from this out of town but still historically connected school that's like for the rich kids and whatnot. And I don't think he's the leader, but he's definitely part of that crowd. And and they're kind of like getting more acquainted, and he's like deemed her public enemy number one. And he volunteered to take the role that work acts alongside her character the most, and he wasn't going to kiss her in the rehearsal. But then she was like, you know what, I am not going to let him or this school get to me. She was like, this is my town. This is my mom's play. This is my thing. The funny thing is, like, she runs. And I'm like, it was so funny because of why are you running? But she runs to him, and then they both she doesn't force it because she's like she gave him a pause to see if he was down for it too. He was, and they kissed. But I'm like, why are you running? But she is so funny. And the thing that I'm really, really enjoying is the budding romance. This is, I think, the first time I have been so sad for a romance from like the get go. Like, all he had to do was sit next to her, and I was like, love interest. But I think I wasn't super into their romance, but I could pinpoint that he would be either the main love interest or he would just be a potential love interest because she has a crush on someone else. And then he enters the fray. And I was like, okay, just from the way he's been introduced, very strong love interest vibes. Whether he's going to be the ultimate male lead or not is still left to keep reading, but definitely love interest. And also, isn't that so impressive? Like, it's maybe it's cliche, but I feel like that's also quite impressive that it was such, I don't know, it felt like a very strong delivery of that assumption. But continuing on, and they have just been having so many moments that I am eating up. I am enjoying them so much. And I think this is exactly what I need when I need a romance because it still fits within the story plot, but it's also kind of like these like small detail, like minor scene moments between the two that not only are we getting these scenes between the two, but they're also developing so nicely. And I think one part that also really helps carry it is the main character's inner monologue, because she can see how he's good looking, but she keeps preventing herself from going further. But then through her point of view and her attempt to deny that he's good looking, we see how his character kind of shines through as well. And yeah, it's just so well laid out. I am having so much fun. It's so freaking cute. I will be so mad if they are not endgame. Like, I'm gonna actually crash out. I will be so freaking but yeah, so I've just been having so much fun reading this and I needed to share with you guys. I've been trying to, one of my goals is to, on this channel as a reader, is to do a bit more of mindful reading, try to really think about what I'm reading, read slower and really intake the story. So I've been forgetting to do that, but I've decided to do that for Executioners 3. So what I'm doing, this is also to kind of just retrain my memory. I am doing chapter recaps on my journal. I only remember to do this from chapter 5, so I've only done 5 through 8. And I think hopefully we'll see if it helps. Hopefully I can remember and I can keep remembering to maintain this practice. But I'm gonna do recaps, so I will have my e-reader and my book journal. And yeah, I'm enjoying this book so much. I love it when you have good, maybe not like extreme expectations, but when you feel like you can trust an author's next book because of the other book you read and it's like living up to it. Best feeling ever. I'm gonna keep reading and I will check back in with you guys later. Oh, I need to recap chapter 8. I was recapping chapter 8. I don't know why I wrote kill instead of kiss. I was like, woof, that was not supposed to be the word. His teeth? Who smacked it? She's so freaking dramatic. I love it. I think it's because she's just dramatic, but she is kind of painting their town and the Fortin Prep, I think that's their name, as um as kind of Romeo and Juliet. But for first, she had established them as, so the reason why the guy Theo was like her number enemy was her enemy. She was like, he's the Mercutio to my Tybalt. But now it seems like they're becoming the Romeo and Juliet. That's crazy. Oh wait, I need to write stuff down. This is really fun. It's so funny because Freddie's crush isn't the guy she made out with, and it's not the one that she's had the romance that I've been giggling over. But it's so funny because I feel like, first question, I don't know how much of a crush she actually has. Second, I feel like it feels like it's just an aesthetic crush because Tell me why she keeps giving him backhanded compliments. Like the first time she was what was it? I think I highlighted it. She said, "Oh, I took a picture. I didn't highlight it." She said he just oozed with an "I don't ever know what's going on" sort of handsome. And then later she once again says one found herself wondering how he could be so pretty yet so empty inside. Like, oh my god. I think she really just has a crush on him just cuz she likes looking at him. Like that's the only reason she has a crush. It's like, how are you going to say all this and be like it's just I have to say I find Freddie's choice of guys or what she considers attractive somewhat questionable. I feel like I get it and maybe other people do because I will say Kale Hinatu's people are really obsessed when he coughs up blood. Anyways, very funny taste in guys because she seems to really enjoy. I don't know. She says, what was it? The way he looked, all broken and beautiful. It's so hard to know Freddie's type because she's either into smart guys or she's into dumb guys. I mean, I guess she could be into both. Because one guy that she's very attracted to she seems to really like his intellect. Because she was like, she was so attracted to the fact that he knew how to use a semicolon properly. Okay. The other guy, she she keeps finding his like dumbness cute. I like the two other times, but now she's like the precious little airhead. And a quick update on my e-reader because I my biggest shame is not giving you guys a 1 year update on my e-reader, even though I had been saying several times I was going to do that. And now this is kind of moot because this model is discontinued. But I might still do it and do like a sharing of the Go color, Go page, Go 7 features. But one of the things I talked about in my first and only video is the battery life. And I still remember how I said if both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are on and being used, the battery drains like crazy fast. It doesn't last me even, if I remember correctly, it either didn't last me an hour or it didn't even last me 30 minutes. So unfortunately, web surfing, although possible, isn't the most ideal. So I only really have this turned the Wi-Fi on when I need to like update my apps or update the books and chapters and everything that I've got and download them, and then I just turn it off right away. Bluetooth doesn't drain it as fast, but now that this is like a little over 2 years old and it's been used quite consistently over the past 2 years, the battery is obviously not as amazing. I still think it's not that bad, but I will say with the Bluetooth on, even though I wasn't reading this entire day straight, the Bluetooth was on since the morning at like, when did I start reading it? 9:30 to 10. It's currently 2:39 and I just turned off the Bluetooth. My battery was at like, let's see, 79%, I want to say. It was like on a high 70. It's currently 54%, which normally wouldn't happen if I had not been using my Bluetooth. But it's also like not that fast of a battery loss. I would maybe say, to be fair, I don't think I've ever had the Bluetooth on this long. So I can't really give an accurate reading of that, but just to let you know that that's just how the battery is right now. Why did I want to let you know? Um, just letting you know. So I am on chapter 17 and this has 30 chapters, or I guess 29 whole chapters and an epilogue. And I am having so much fun reading this book. I would say of the books that I'm aware of that exist and that I have read, I would actually, even 17, even 16 chapters in, I this is still pretty much a strong recommendation for if you liked Widow's Bay. I really think you'll like this book because it's doing a really, like I said, the vibes and premise of the show is quite strongly reflected in the book, but also the blend of humor, comedy, and mystery is also pretty well seen in this book as well. I will say it's less horror and scary and more eerie and mysterious. So that's why it's definitely not as horror or scary as Widow's Bay, but still that eerie, mysterious, small town, funny vibe going on. I hope I finish it today. I'm actually quite curious to see what's going to happen with the book, what exactly is going on. And it's very similar to, it's also similar to Widow's Bay in that it kind of all comes back down to, goes back to the founder of the town, of the village, of the town. So yeah, I was reading on the couch. I had to come back to tell you guys, but this book is so silly. I think the humor that this book has that differs from Widow's Bay, I think Widow's Bay kind of has a bit of like that straight. What is that duo called? Oh, okay, so it is just called the straight man comedy or comedic duo. I think Widow's Bay has a bit of that dynamic going on, especially with the kind of Patricia and Wick and some of the other members. Not members, why did I say member? Townspeople are kind of the more comedic half, and then Tom is the straight man thing. But I think some of the humor relies on that dynamic. Here, though, I think a lot of the humor comes from the fact that our like they're teenagers and that they're high schoolers, so there's like the classic teenage drama. I don't know, it's just so silly because right now the guy that I immediately was like, that's definitely going to be a love interest, whether he becomes like the second male lead or not. um he has to be endgame at this point. Like, there's no way they're gonna do a huge switcheroo because I think this is a standalone. But anyways, so but he's like enemy number one to her, right? He's like the did she call herself Mercutio or Tybalt? He's like the Mercutio to her Tybalt, or vice versa or whatever. He's just enemy of both her and just her school. But it's so funny because her best friend's like, do you really like him? Because I mean, we can figure things out. They're taking it so seriously that they're like, this is something we have to, but we can get through this. It's so silly in that aspect. But yeah, I just needed to tell you. Back from the couch once again. So I'm not entirely sure like what exactly is going on. Like, is it like this thing or not? But with one thing, I called it. I was actually right. I mean, I feel like it's so easy to guess once you get like this one hint. But I feel like there's going to be an extra twist to add on to it. But for sure, oh, maybe that's the case. Either way, I did call that part. So, yes, pat on the back. Oh, oh, she wrote that series too. I did not. I finished. I had a really fun time. I feel like I've been saying I've had a good old time a lot lately. Not lately, I only said that like twice. But still, the fact that I finished three books in 5 days, I feel like that's pretty impressive on its own. I think I'm gonna fall off so hard soon. Like, to be so honest, I really think I'm just gonna fall off so hard and end up not reading anything else. Yeah, let me just update the dates read on my book journal. The books I've read, plan to read. Give me a second. Executioners 3, June 16. So, very brief and conclusion to this video. I think I'll save my bigger review for my wrap up, but I really enjoyed it. I think I'll give this a 4 point, either, if I want to be specific, a 4.25, but we'll just keep it at a simple 4 for now. I should put my rating because sometimes I do forget what I rate something. 4.25. I feel like if you enjoy Widow's Bay, I don't think, okay, this might be a bit of a spoiler, but I also don't know how Widow's Bay season 1 ended just yet. If you like the vibes of Widow's Bay, I think you'll really enjoy Executioners 3. I think you can't, but don't entirely have the same expectations that Widow's Bay has onto the book. The book does have a slightly different twist than what the show takes. Just keep that in mind. But like small town, very local thing, like a local mystery, a local legend, mysterious deaths in the book. It's all kind of like going back to the history of the town, which I know Widow's Bay is also based off of. We have our main character who's very funny, who's like trying to be. I think I've never really watched a lot of X Files. I never got into it, but I'm assuming from the book Scully is kind of like the skeptic. She's kind of more of the skeptic type. She is the one who's learning and uncovering a lot of things, but at the same time, she's trying to not believe in the supernatural aspects that this mystery is suggesting. So and it has I wouldn't say it's very horror. It is eerie and dark. But if you're into that concept that blends well with humor, I really think this is a good book to scratch that Widow's Bay itch. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Today I started reading it and it got me from the start and I was just here for the entire book. It took me almost all day. What time is it? Where's my phone? It's 5:11. I started reading this. I think I said like 9:30 to 10. So it did take me almost like a whole day, not a whole day, but a good chunk of my day. So I will end the video here, but I hope you enjoyed my reading vlog. I really hope you give this book a chance, especially if you are coming off from Widow's Bay and you're looking for a book to scratch that itch. Like I said, I haven't read a lot of books of this type, but after reading this book, I feel like I can confidently say this is a good, if not decent at the very least, book to read after Widow's Bay. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you give the book a chance. It was really, really fun. And I'll see you next time. Bye.